Everyone. It is August 13th, Thursday, August 13th, and this is your daily financial news. Before we get into it, unemployment claims, some stock earnings and like, I want to talk to you about something that I find to be a lot of fun. And that is if you have purchased this book in paperback or on Kindle, I'd love to get a book selfie from you. One of the things that I'm going to try to do is make the thumbnail for this video just a sample of a book selfie. So if you've gotten the book, you enjoyed it, do me a favor, take a picture of yourself with it. If you're shy, you can take a picture of the book like this and then maybe show the background of your city or of your house or whatever you would like. Your dog. Obviously, I'm a dog lover. So again, if you don't mind, you want to have some fun with me, doesn't cost you anything. Take a selfie, send it to me. My email is in the book. You can actually tag me on Instagram. Why don't we do that? Tag me on Instagram. Of course, Instagram is one rental at a time. And if you're one of the few that have bought one of these hats, either in gray, black, or purple, maybe you can take a picture with the book and the hat. That'd be cool. So anyways, let's have some fun. So it is Thursday, so I think it is fair that we start with new unemployment claims and, I don't know, good news, bad news story. Good news, we finally broke below a million new claims. It came in at 963,000. Yes, that breaks a trend of 21 weeks. 21 of over a million claims. To be clear, I don't think any of us should be happy with 963,000 new unemployment claims. Again, let's not forget that the peak new unemployment claims in the Great Recession, I think, was 606. It might have been 666. It was six something, and we did 150% of that last week. But again, we're below a million. Step one. I've been talking about. I'm looking forward to the day we got there. We got there. Let's enjoy that. Also, continuing claims, which is probably the most important number. Again, surprise to the, I don't know, what do you want to call it? The good side. I was going to say upside, but you can hear that lots of different ways. Came in at under 15.5 after being over 16 million last week. So again, trending in the right direction. Is it where we want to be? No, of course not. You don't get there in 7 days. But again, I think this really continues that trend that I've been talking about at least for the last 8 to 10 days about, you know what? It's starting to feel a little bit better. It's not starting to feel great, but it is certainly starting to feel better. So I think we should I think we should take a good day with the bad. We've had lots of bad days the last 21 weeks, so let's at least enjoy that. I don't know if you saw this. It really impacts California, but it looks like Uber and Lyft, the ride-sharing apps, may have to shut down in California. There was a court ruling that says Uber and Lyft must classify their drivers as employees, and to say that Uber and Lyft are not set up operationally and expense-wise to do that is an understatement. I believe there's a 5-day appeals process that I know Uber and Lyft are going to go for. It doesn't sound like the judge is going to hear it, but it is legal, so they have, I think it's 5, might be 7 days. I think it's 5 business days, 7 calendar days is I think how it breaks down. So we'll see. They're going to go for the appeal. If the judge says no, it looks like Uber and Lyft will be shut down until the November election, where I think it's Proposition 22. They're actually trying to put something on the California ballot. But Uber and Lyft, let's assume they're not operating in California. Another business shuts down. What happens? I think people are hurt. I don't know. California is weird sometimes, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm going to wait and see what happens with the appeal. You never know. Talking about the stimulus thing, I keep hearing over and over and over and over again that basically it seems like the Democrats, which I won't call the Democrats, I'll call it Nancy. Right? She's the head. She's from California. Again, man, California. We got some weird politicians. But basically, she is out there saying she wants a bailout. She basically wants $1 trillion for the states, of which California is one of the biggest ones. So from where I stand, it seems that she wants one big package with all these pet projects. One of them is $1 trillion for states, of which California is a big one, as is New York, to bail out their bad decisions from the past. And I don't think that's fair to the other states personally. Now, if there's some costs that are health related, sure, I get it, but that certainly doesn't seem to be what she's asking for. Using this crisis to bail out past decisions doesn't seem like the right idea to me. I would love to see them pass bills that everybody agrees on. Everybody wants another $1,200 check. Great, go do that. You want a bill to help open up schools? Great, do that. You want food security, which you both agree on now? Great, go do that. Stop taking these little ones that everybody agrees on and hold it hostage for your bailout of your state. And I'm a resident of that state, so I know what I'm saying. But I'm an American first, so it doesn't feel like the right thing to tie real help with a wish list or grab bag or whatever. So I don't think a deal gets done. I really don't. I think she's going to take this down to the election and hope her side wins. That's what I think is going to happen. It's crazy. All these good things that could happen. I'm probably one of few people out there that have given up hope for a stimulus. Yesterday I was 70-30. I'm probably 60-40 the other way now. It seems like a bridge too far. So, okay, buckle up. It's going to get bumpy for the next 6 months. Another thing I saw is Goldman Sachs actually raised Penn Gaming. If you don't know who Penn is, think Barstool Sports. You don't know who Barstool Sports are, think Dave Portnoy, who I've talked about a couple of times. First, in the beginning, kind of going, what are you doing calling Buffett an idiot? Then just a week or so ago, I said, you know what? He's right. Nobody's invested in a health crisis before. I should look at everything I've been doing the last 20 years and ask new questions. So he helped me. And now Goldman is saying his social media game is on point, and he is going to bring customers to Penn Gaming at the lowest cost of anyone. So Penn Gaming is going to reduce cost and increase customer base. Hence, Penn Gaming wins, which he is a big shareholder in. So I thought that was a pretty good article. Cisco Systems reported earnings after the bell yesterday. And for all the folks out there that have been following my feel about the Silicon Valley tech stocks, look at Cisco. That's what I've been telling you is coming. My friends in the business are telling me that their pipelines are drying up. The small and medium business, which is a key aspect of many tech companies, is near zero. State and local governments near zero. Universities, education near zero. Tech business is not as good as people think it is. Now, if you're in security, right, and you have work from home, killing it, doing great. If you are in really, if you're called a tech company, but you're really more to consumer, like Amazon, like Facebook and Google, you're doing fine because everybody's at home. But if you're a tech company selling enterprise software or equipment, and 30 to 40% of your business comes from small and medium business, education, state and local governments, not good. Look at Cisco. A lot of tech companies can engineer one earnings announcements by reclassifying revenue. That won't work forever. So, gotcha. Next up, Manhattan has reported a record vacancy of apartments over 13,000. I think it was 13,187. I have no idea how they count that specifically, but okay. It's double last year. Rents are down over 10%. And the average giveaway is 1.7 months. And let's not forget, July and August are supposed to be Manhattan's busiest months. So if this is bad now, wait till the fall. The other thing to realize, back to what I've been saying and thinking about, again, thanks to Dave Portnoy for waking me up. You know what the average 2-bedroom rents for in Manhattan? It's more than I thought. $4,620. $4,620. So this is what I mean. You can be a renter in Manhattan or an owner anywhere else. People out the door. So what they're saying now is this is obviously going to impact landlords. About 50% of the apartments in Manhattan are owned by mom and pop landlords who now are missing rent. And again, Manhattan's largest pool of tax collection is property taxes. And guess what? Property tax collection is going to suffer. Man, New York and San Francisco in trouble. It's going to be a bad decade. Next up, I got Lyft. Lyft was talked about earlier with Uber about being shut down in California, but Lyft reported yesterday. Again, they engineered a top line and bottom line beat. Bottom line beat was cost cutting headcount. Think about it. But their revenue was down 61%. That's a big number. And then lastly, Bay Area tech workers. Bay Area tech workers searching for properties to buy. This caught my attention. The top 10 searches, again, this goes back to rent in the Silicon Valley, own anywhere else. The top 9 searches were all in California, which I thought was interesting, such as Sacramento, San Joaquin, and guess what? Fresno. Fresno was number 9. Back to why I think Fresno is going to do great. You can be a renter in San Francisco or San Jose and be an owner in Fresno. And if you still have to come to the office one day a week, it's an easy drive. I've done it for 20 years. And frankly, there's a flight. When the flights get back, it's a 37-minute flight. So cakewalk. And then just so we know, number 10 actually was Nevada. The first search outside of California was Nevada. But again, this is happening, folks. The high-end renter is going, I'm done. I'm going to become an owner anywhere else, work from home. And this is going to impact cities, suburbs, construction, rents in those cities. It's going to crush big cities like New York and San Francisco. It's just no other way around it. So that's what I got for you. I got a couple of interviews lined up today and some other live streams that I plan to do here in the morning before I work out. So look forward to those later. And of course, have a wonderful day. Don't forget those book selfies. I'd love to see them. Take care.